Well, these athletes have worked hard all year for this. Here we go. It's playoff time for high school softball. Welcome into the State Champs studio for our Swing Away softball show. I'm Sydney Carriel. This show is brought to you by Lawrence Technological University. LTU has 29 varsity sports, including softball. And get this, you can be recruited. Go to l2athletics.com and check out the Be Recruited tab for more information. Well, we had some really good district games this past week, so let's get right into it with all the action and see who's moving on to regionals. We start with the Division I district final at Sterling Heights High School as the Satellites from Warren Regina took on Fraser. The 2019 state champs Regina got it going in the bottom of the second. This is the freshman Megan Griswack sending the offering deep to center. It gets a friendly bounce and over the wall for the solo home run to put the Satellites up 1-0. More from Regina in the third. Our total softball player of the year candidate, Abby Hornberger, smacks it to left center for the double, part of a 3-run inning for the Satellites, and they now lead 4-0. Fraser, the co-champs in the MAC Blue Division, started to get back in it. Fifth inning we go. Allison Meckler gets the job done with this RBI double that would score a pair. Part of a 4-run inning, and the Ramblers now take a 5-4 lead. But Regina would outscore Fraser 6-2 the rest of the way. Adriana James goes right up the middle for this base hit, scoring another run for Regina. And you gotta love this. Hall of Fame coach Diane Laffey doing the dab there as Regina goes on to beat Fraser 11-6 for the district championship. We go out west for another Division I district final. Hudsonville was taking on Jenison. The Eagles lost to Jenison 3 times during the regular season. Bottom of the first, Annika Talkama with a 2-run double, and Hudsonville was out to a 2-0 lead. It would be all Eagles in this one. Bottom of the sixth, Avery Hobson would send this one deep and over the wall for the 3-run homer. The fourth time was the charm for Hudsonville as they would go on to beat Jenison 9-2 to advance to the regionals. Did you know since the start of 2020, we have produced over 50 DMC Game Changer segments designed to put you in the know when it comes to the latest training and injury prevention techniques. We're revisiting some of the most popular, featuring physical therapist and athletic trainer Laura Ramus. This one is about sensory training. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Laura Ramus with DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. Today on Game Changers, we're going to be going over sensory training. Athleticism is more than just training power and speed. Training your sensory system, utilizing your eyes, can improve your reaction time and your quickness. We're going to be training your eyes, connected to your brain, connected to your body. After all, the difference between winning and losing some time is an inch or a fraction of the second. So let's show you how you can train your vision to become a quicker athlete. We utilize synaptic glasses. These glasses will block out part of his visual field intermittently while we just do a basic training technique, catching a ball. Looks like this. Now, if you don't have the synaptic glasses like we have here at the DMC, you can utilize just a ball with numbers, letters, or arrows on it like this. What number do you see?
4. 2.
What letter do you see?
B. C.
Which direction is the arrow pointing?
Right. Down. Up.
This will improve your reaction time in any sport. So whatever the sport, incorporate sensory training into your next workout.
Do you have a sports injury, or are you just looking to take your game to the next level? Then go where the pros go. DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. For immediate care, call 313-910-9328 or visit dmc.org/gamechangers.
Welcome back into the studio. I'm joined with Donnie Dreyer for Total Softball Player of the Year. And it's really heating up now.
It's heating up, and this week, as advertised, we are freezing the top 10.
Yep, it is. It's frozen. It's done. It is big moment. So we did actually have 3 players come off of the top 10, which means 3 players went on. So who are the 3 that got added to the top 10?
Yeah, let's talk about the 3, and 2 of them are going back on. So
yes,
we'll start
fair.
we'll start with Macy Ireland. And Macy had a great district, as we expected. Had 2 great performances. And, just looking at some of her numbers, she has 396 strikeouts. And not only is she doing it pitching, but she's also hitting 570.
Yeah.
She's doing both ways. She is now back on the top 10. Another one that came back on the list, Regan Bennett from Novi. Now, we always know Regan as a pitcher. She hasn't pitched much this year.
Right.
But her offensive numbers, she's hitting over 600 with 14 home runs, had a big game performance against Canton in districts, and so she's back on.
Yeah.
And then a new one to the
the new name.
The new name to the list is Ella Stevenson, 2023, committed to Michigan. She's from Algonac, whose team is in the regionals. Great numbers though. She's hitting 646. She has 14 home runs, a slugging percentage of over 1,300. So. Yeah, someone that we had to get on the list. She's kind of flown under the radar.
Right, I was going to say, we can't sleep on the smaller divisions, but she's made her way up.
Yeah, and then how about the kids coming off? I mean,
it was a hard decision, full disclosure.
It is.
It's not easy.
In the podcast, we'll really dive into this deep, but we have to look at all the criteria.
Right.
And so some of the kids coming off, I mean, a kid that we just highlighted, Kelsey Nader, who's going to Northwestern, had a fabulous career at Canton, but unfortunately her career came to an end at districts. A kid that hit over 500, but she's had a fabulous career. She's going to do great at Northwestern, but her numbers from a performance standpoint just weren't going to be enough, especially since she couldn't go back and improve on those numbers, right? And then, Allen Park's Maddie Ramey, who, I think Allen Park, probably an upset if they don't win the state championship.
Yeah.
But the challenge that Maddie has, there's so many great kids around her. She's asked to do different things than, say, a Mandy Esman, who, hit us home runs. Sometimes I've seen Maddie sacrifice bunt and do some other things. Great numbers, but not the eye-popping numbers, some of the kids that are in the top 10. So, how does a Northwestern and a Michigan kid no longer in the race? That just tells you the level of talent and the type of seasons that kids are having this year. And it certainly makes for great debate as people are sitting around the ballpark as to who should be on the list. And then the last one who had a great season that came to an end is the junior Kiara Tomey from Clarkston. She had a great season again, but she wasn't going to have an opportunity to improve on those numbers to maybe trump some of the kids that are on the list. So those are the 3 coming off, and we have the new 3 that are coming on. And now, I mean, it's showtime in regionals.
Win or go home at this point. So we've got a lot of big games coming up here. And then one important note we wanted to mention that the voting is going to freeze Monday, June 13th at noon. Monday, June 13th at noon, the voting will freeze. So make sure you get your votes in. And right now, who do we got leading the way in voting?
Voting is Abby Hornberger with over 22,000 votes. Kelsey Nader could still make a run. She's about 3,000, 3,500 votes behind. So there's
right
still
in that 18.
Yeah. As of taping, that's where they're currently at. So we'll see where that ends up Monday at noon, and then we are going to go down to the final 4 after quarters.
Yes.
And then obviously our champion will be announced after that. So we are getting close, and it's just some great matchups on Division I, Division II. We've got kids from Division 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we break it down and really dive into it in the podcast and break down each kid and what kind of year they're having. So if you want great detail, go to the podcast.
Go to the podcast. Donnie and Brian really do break it down and touch on every kid that's in the top 10 and also some kids that are in the watch list. So and these players, their numbers are insane. Every week my eyes get bigger and bigger when we talk about how good all of these athletes are across Michigan. But like we said, it's going to get very interesting next week, so be sure to tune in to find out who the top 4 are.
Good luck to all the athletes.
State Champs Swing Away is presented by Lawrence Technological University. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports. Visit ltuathletics.com and recruit yourself. State Champs Swing Away is also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Detroit Medical Center Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine Pros. Do you have a sports injury, or are you just looking to take your game to the next level? Go where the pros go. Visit dmc.org/gamechangers. U.S. Navy Recruiting Michigan. Call 313-315-2560 and talk to a local officer to find out how the Navy can take you anywhere from the sea to the stars. Oakland School's technical campuses are designed for any student who wants to graduate high school with industry certifications, on-the-job experiences, business connections, and college credits. Check them out at ostconline.com.